Well, guys, it's that time of year again when wrestling fans from around the world come together to collectively watch what could be the worst and best wrestling show in the world. I'm talking about WrestleMania. Man, it feels like an eternity since we last got to experience the showcase of the Immortals, mostly because last year's WrestleMania took place in a gym. Wrestling without fans just feels so wrong. WrestleMania 36 felt more like an Impact Wrestling show. It was that bad. Well, hey, worry no more because this year's WrestleMania will be the first WWE show with live fans in attendance since March of last year. This year's match card is stacked. We've got Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre, Bianca Belair versus Sasha Banks, Cesaro and Seth Rollins, but most importantly, we have Edge versus Roman Reigns in a one-on-one singles match for the Universal. Hello? What? Daniel Bryan? Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this decision. It's definitely going to be a great match, but I think it would have been more impactful if Edge took on Roman in a singles match. And I know I'm not the only person who thinks that way. With all that out of the way, let's get into some of my predictions for WrestleMania 37. Let's start off with the match that I think is going to open night one of WrestleMania. It's going to be Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre. And I think this is really smart booking on WWE's end because Drew McIntyre won the championship in the main event of WrestleMania last year with no fans in attendance. So that really sucks for him because he got no reaction, didn't get to live in that moment with all the fans cheering him on. So this being the first match, it'll be the freshest on the fans' minds. They're going to be really excited. And it's going to be great for Drew to finally win the championship in front of 25,000 screaming fans. So I think in this match it's going to be Drew McIntyre winning the WWE Championship for a third time. Also on night one we have Seth Rollins taking on Cesaro. This will be Cesaro's first ever singles match on the WrestleMania card, and I think in this match it would be great for Cesaro to take a win over Seth Rollins. And yeah, that's all I really have to say. I think it's going to be a great match. Cesaro for the win. Alright, the next match we have is a match I really don't care about. If I had to pick a winner, I guess I would go with Naomi and Lana, but I honestly don't have any interest in the winner of this match. All I know is whoever wins is going to win the tag team championships on night 2. So I think just to end the Nia Jax storyline with Lana, I think Naomi and Lana should win and win the championships. Alright, next we have a match that I can't remember for the life of me if it's on night 1 or night 2. We have Randy Orton versus The Fiend Bray Wyatt. I think this match could go... It could be either really good or really bad. I think if they do a bad job with the lighting, obviously The Fiend's new look, his new costume, it's extra crispy, you know. I don't think it'll look good in plain daylight, so I think they're going to have to do what they did for like the steel cage match or whatever it was with the red lighting to kind of hide the costume. And I think in this match, it'll be The Fiend picking up the victory and ending this storyline. Next, we have another match that's going to be on night 1. We have Braun Strowman versus Shane McMahon in a steel cage match. This is a match that a lot of people seem to not like. I don't really have a problem with the match. I think it could be cool. You know, Shane McMahon could have a lot of cool extreme spots, jumping off the cage and stuff like that. But I think, honestly, what WWE is going to do is just have Braun Strowman have a squash match, just, like, absolutely destroy him, which wouldn't really be what I would do. I think they could have a really good 15 to 20-minute match, but I think the route they're going to do is just Braun Strowman absolutely destroying Shane McMahon. So just for the sake of being right, or what I think is right, I think Braun Strowman is going to beat Shane McMahon. Then we have a tag team match. It'll be Damian Priest and Bad Bunny versus The Miz and John Morrison. And it's definitely a match. I love Damian Priest. I think he's a great wrestler. I think he'll do great. I think it's great that they're giving him a WrestleMania match. And I think it's great that they're going to let John Morrison be on there too. It was originally just going to be The Miz and Bad Bunny. So I think it's going to be a great match. And I think the smart decision would be to give Bad Bunny and Damian Priest the victory in this match. Alright, so next we have another tag team match, except this time it'll be for the Raw Tag Team Championships. We have the New Day, Xavier Woods, and Kofi Kingston taking on AJ Styles and his very tall bodyguard, whose name I cannot pronounce. I think in this match, most of the in-ring work is going to be done by AJ Styles and Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. I think it's going to be at least an okay match. And I think in this match, AJ Styles' team is going to take the championships. Alright, coming up next, we have the main event of Night 1. We have the winner of the Women's Royal Rumble match, which I actually predicted. We have Bianca Belair versus Sasha Banks for the SmackDown Women's Championship. And this is another match that could go either way. I could see why WWE would want to keep the belt on Sasha Banks, but I also think that the right decision would be to let Bianca Belair win. That's all I really have to say. Just let Bianca Belair win. Come on. Then on night 2, we have the Intercontinental Championship match. It'll be Apollo Crews versus Big E in a drum fight match. Can somebody please explain to me what the heck a drum fight is? I don't even think WWE knows what a drum fight is. I think this is easily going to be the weakest match on the card for either night. I think it's going to be kind of weird because I think some reports have come out that they really have no plan for what it's going to be, and I think that's going to show. So I think Big E is going to win, and it's not going to be a very good match. Also on night 2, we have our second mid-card championship match. We have Riddle now, not Matt Riddle anymore for some reason. We have Riddle taking on Sheamus. I think this is going to be a great match. Both are very, well, at least talented in the ring. And I think it would be cool to see Sheamus win the United States Championship. So that's going to be my prediction. Sheamus is going to win the United States Championship. Alright, so also on night 2, we have another match that I think is going to be really great. We have Rhea Ripley taking on Asuka for the Raw Women's Championship. I think this is going to be a good, maybe like 20-minute match. Both are very good in the ring. And I think if you're just going to put Rhea Ripley in a WrestleMania match like 2 weeks after she debuts, there's no reason why she shouldn't just win the championship. I think that's what WWE is planning to do. So that's what my prediction is going to be. It's going to be Rhea Ripley beating Asuka for the championship. Alright, and here is another Night 2 match that I almost forgot about, actually. I still think this is going to be a great match, though. It's going to be Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens with Logan Paul. That's right, you didn't hear me wrong. It's Logan Paul is going to be in Kevin Owens' corner for some reason. I mean, at least it's helping the ratings and the views, but I really don't see the point. I think still it's going to be a great match. It's heel Sami Zayn versus face Kevin Owens. That's never really been done before, so I'm excited. I think it's still going to be a great match. And I think that Kevin Owens is going to win here. And here we are. This is going to be the main event of Night 2, the last match of the whole show. It's going to be a triple threat match. Daniel Bryan versus Edge versus Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship. And it's going to be a great match. There's no doubt about that. It's going to have some great in-ring action. It's going to have some great storytelling. And I think that's all that needs to be said about the match. My prediction for the winner is going to be Edge. I think it makes sense. He won the Royal Rumble. And I really don't see Daniel Bryan winning. I think if it's not going to be Edge, it's going to be Roman retaining. And that's going to be my prediction. It's going to be Edge taking home the Universal Championship. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Let me know if I missed anything. I know I didn't look over the match card, so I'm probably missing something from the show. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.